Hey everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Julie of Julie's Plans, and on my channel I like to talk about everything planning, productivity, stickers, washi, all of it. So in today's video I wanted to talk about the Hobonichi cousin and some of the regrets that I've had since using this planner. So many of you know, if you have followed me here on YouTube or over on Instagram, that I have been absolutely loving my Hobonichi cousin. This has been my ride or die planner for the last few months now. It's one of those planners that kind of like took me by surprise. I didn't expect to love it so much, but I do have some regrets. Not all of it was perfect. So today I thought it would be fun to kind of share some of those, just in case you are considering setting up your very own Hobonichi cousin for 2023. Just a heads up, this planner is not going anywhere for me. This is going to be a part of my 2023 planner lineup, which stay tuned for that video because I'm going to share everything in an upcoming video about what I'm going to be using for my planning system for 2023. But first, let's talk about some of the things I either really loved or completely didn't love about the Hobonichi cousin in 2022. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Hobonichi cousin, it is an all-in-one life book, right? It's got your annual, monthly, weekly, and daily all in one neatly tucked away A5 book with Tomo River paper. It does come in a couple of different variations, so you can get the avec that has the book split in two in case this is not your preferred option, because this book does get kind of heavy. So I will say, first regret instantly is that I did not get a calendar year planner. I got the spring start, so this book essentially starts in, I believe, April. And I did not get to start this book until, I believe, late August, early September. I purchased it in July, just didn't touch it. So I've got like a ton of blank pages in here, both a pro and a con, because I got to play around with this gorgeous paper like a lot, like so much. But I do have the regret of not having a calendar year book, just because of the fact that I did start late. Didn't quite feel like a spring start was my jam, but that's what was available at the time. So for 2023, I definitely have the calendar year one that starts right off the bat in January, and I'm very excited about it. And it's the English version. Not that I had any issues with this one not being English, but I'm excited about this one. So ready to jump in, and glad that I will have a calendar year book. So my other regret with this book is that I didn't make use of the annual pages at all. I think I found it very overwhelming being so new to the Hobonichi cousin. Like, this just felt very overwhelming to me. But I will say, now that I've had some time to be in the community, follow, different creators that use this book regularly, I've got so many ideas for 2023. Now I've just got to kind of narrow it down. I definitely enjoy this space a lot and can see how useful this can be if I actually used it. So that's definitely a regret of mine. I do wish that I had made use of these pages, simply because I've definitely made good use of like the monthly pages and things like that, but I also feel like I would benefit from the annual pages and using it either for different types of tracking, whether it's, exercise or, spending or our budget, paydays, vacation time, things like that. Like, the options are limitless with these pages. So I'm excited that at least for next year, I'll have somewhat of an idea of how I'm going to use these, and I won't have the guilt of these blank pages like staring at me in the face. So I'm not gonna lie, one of my other biggest regrets is more of like a criticism of myself and how I've used like the daily pages. I would love to use this for more memory keeping with photos, and I didn't really take advantage of getting really creative and messy in this book and adding a lot of photos like I would have loved to. I was more focused on having like perfect layouts and all of that, and I definitely would have liked to have ventured in adding more photos. Without a doubt, there's definitely space in this book. So if you're thinking of jumping into this book and you're like, I'm not sure if there's enough space, there's plenty of space to add all of the memory keeping in here. Like it's great. So I didn't really start adding anything until like the end of November or mid-November for like our anniversary. And then I added things like movie theater tickets and, you know, photos like this one when we watched Wakanda Forever. But then I just really didn't like stick with that. And I would have liked to have done that. So next year I can definitely see this being more memory keeping-ish. I did get a little bit more creative like at the end of November. I did like a recap back here. Those are things that I would personally like to do more of next year and that I regret not doing in this book this year. Now, one of the things that I love, and it's more of not a regret, but something that I've just kind of noticed that I did in this book, was that I experimented a lot on these blank pages, like a lot. I would write out all kinds of messy notes. I would practice my lettering. When I got my pilot vanishing point, I was like, holy crap, I want to practice writing all of the things. And I just went to town. I did a lot of test pages with different colors and swatches and things like that. There's even a page in here for the fountain pen inks that I recently got. Oh, it's like right here. So that's kind of the plus of having the blank pages, but also if you're someone who is very intimidated by the size and the amount of these daily pages, you can do fun things like this, like just swatching inks in here. It is literally like so freaking therapeutic, and I felt like I didn't really get comfortable doing that in here until the last couple of weeks. A lot of the other pages are just filled with me practicing with brush pens and things like that, doing more pen tests of different color pens that I had gotten, and I just kind of wanted to see how those would work out. I took like some notes of like a Patreon group that I'm in. There's just a lot in here. I kind of had to remember to tab things off so that I could go back and find them. So that's something that later on I was like, oh, I probably should have tabbed off those pages, because sometimes I'll go to like find those pages and I can't. So definitely get yourself some tabs and remember to tab off any pages that you're going to want to reference frequently, or maybe sometimes even infrequently. So I was going to end this video by saying whether or not this Hobonichi cousin is coming along with me in 2023, and obviously that is a yes. I absolutely love this book. It has everything that I need in one book. I can't emphasize how much I truly love that. And also I've just really fallen in love with bound books, and I never ever in a million years thought that that would be the planner journey that I am on, because I was a spiral girl for like forever. But this book really does have it all. If you can get past getting used to the paper, there can be ghosting depending on the pens that you use, things like that. The book does get heavy, yes, but personally, I cannot wait to see what a full year in this book is gonna look like. You can kind of see where I'm only in here for certain months and weeks, and then all of my days. I mean, just imagine this at a full 12 months. I really cannot wait. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. If you have any questions about the Hobonichi cousin, or if you're thinking about venturing into the cousin, or you are a seasoned cousin user, let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, comments, you know, anything that you loved or disliked about the Hobonichi cousin. Share it with us all down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.